Alright, hopefully you can hear me. It sucks, got back problems. My back hurts, but I got to still create content. So here's something I've had ready a long time ago, but I just finally got around to making a deck profile about it. And I know there's a lot of Nouvelle vague decks out there, but this is mine. I have two starters, depending which one I will prefer to play whenever I want. I mean, there's no point in being limited to just one starter, right? So I have Kagero. A lot of people play this one. This is like the main Kagero of all Kagero decks. Everybody starts off with this one. It has a really nice effect. Can't disagree with it. You know what I mean? That's why I put one. Just because it is a good one. I like its effect. It's based off of which one I start off with, determines the effect. But it doesn't really matter either one. Because I have Kagero and I have a Draco Kid, I have options. Either way, I will get their effects. So their effects are in the deck. Draco Kid, of course, I like because it's just like all my other starters, where they have the effect where I can soul charge, look at the top 5 cards of my deck, add a grade 3 from that stack to my hand. So that's why I use Draco Kid, because I like that effect. It's part of my style. And then Kagero, just because it has a really good effect and it's popular, so it only makes sense to have it in there. But I do like its effect. It's a pretty decent effect of being able to Soul Blast 1, retire the unit to search the deck for up to 1 grade 1 or less Kagero, reveal it to your opponent, and then put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. And of course, you could just play the monster after you do it. So that's pretty cool. The ability to search out any grade 1 or lower from your deck, add it to your hand. And that adding to your hand is a pretty good effect, because what if you wanted to keep in your hand for guarding? Ooh. And of course, he's going to be popular because he gets you your perfect guard, which in this deck is Dragon Dancer Maria. She's adorable, isn't she? So there's your perfect guard. I got 4 of her, of course. I got Steel Dragon Dobby, Stand, because he's a stand trigger. That's the only reason he's in there. So you got another stand trigger, Fire Determination Paralysis. Another stand trigger, plus it has a added effect. When an attack hits a Vanguard during battle that this unit boosted, a Kagero, you can choose one of your opponent's grade 0 rear guards and retire it, which is great. If you're trying to get rid of your opponent's starting, starting Vanguard, one of their little starting, the grade 0 that has the front runner. What I mean? Like, let's say somebody was in a mirror match. Somebody, does their little Kagero thing. They ride. They put Kagero into their rear guard circle. Then it's your turn. You do the same thing, but you attack, right? And you use this to boost, and then you can get rid of your opponent's Kagero. You know what I mean? So that way he can't use it to get a perfect guard or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's something I like. I like that effect. It's like, it's awesome that gave it an effect. I would have put it in the deck just because it's a stand trigger. That's my style. I like stand triggers, but it does have an added effect that makes it just that much cooler, right? Another Waver and Strike Free, another stand trigger. So I got 16 stand triggers. Dragon Monk Gojo, draw power. That's all it is. It helps me manipulate my hand in case I have some extra grade 2s or 1s in my hands, or anything in my hand I might not want or need. I can just draw into it, and it's a 7k booster, as it were. Embodiment of Armor Bar, of course, because he's the 8k Vanilla booster. That's basically what he's there for. I got my Berserk Dragon, which lets me retire. Comes in handy against my opponent who has those monsters that have the lock capabilities, of course, or against the witch. What is it called? Shadow Paladin Index and so that. Gives me an ability to hurt them as much as they try to hurt me, right? So basically, he's the Blaster Blade of the deck, obviously. I have them grade 2 10k monsters, right? This has a decent effect where I can make 11k, 12k, 13k, maybe even up to a maximum of 15k. Right? Can't go wrong with that. When it's in the Vanguard rear guard circle, while it's in the Vanguard rear guard circle, if you do not have another Kagero in the same column as this unit gets negative 2k. So obviously just put an extra Kagero in the same column as this monster and boom, you'll guarantee he'll stay 10k. Another 10k, but with a restraint effect, is while this is a Vanguard, it cannot attack. Wah wah. You work with what you can, right? It's a 10k, it's not a big deal, but it does have some added abilities. When this unit is attacked, if there are no boosting units, this unit gets 5k until the end of that battle. So he becomes a 15k. So can't go wrong with that, and it'll be easier to block for him, right? And then that's an auto effect when he's a Vanguard. And then he has a regular auto effect, which is whenever another Kagero rides this unit, choose one of your Vanguards, and that unit gets 5k and 1 extra crit until end of turn. And obviously you want to do a nice little combo. You drop him, guard a little bit, next turn drop a grade 3. Now your grade 3 gets 5k extra boost and an extra crit, so it makes that your grade 3 a lot more threatening. Right? So obviously here's your grade 3 Dauntless Drive Dragons. Technically this is a Dauntless Nouvelle big deck, Kagero deck, right? So Dauntless, because he has a really cool effect, he's 11k, grade 3. He has a really cool effect, so there's really not much to say, right? You should know his powers. He has a limit break 4. Not going to read into it, but it basically will allow him to stand and spam some more. His Vanguard auto effect, when this unit attacks, if the number of rear guards you have is more than your opponent's, this unit gets +2 until 2k until end of turn. So that extra 2k plus the 5k from Prowling Dragon striking, right? So make him 18k right off the bat, without the boosts from your stand triggers, which we'll more likely get, right? Since there's 16 stand triggers in this deck. And then his final effect is the Lord. If you have any monsters in your side field that's not the same clan as him, which is Kagero, anything that's not Kagero, he won't be able to attack. Not a problem, right? Not a problem. Then of course we got the mighty brand new grade 4. It's about time. Had the idea of them creating grade 4s. I was like, when are they going to create grade 4s? It only makes sense to create grade 4s, maybe even grade 5s, but definitely grade 4s. And I was like, oh, they better have really cool effects. So this one definitely has a really cool effect. It's a 13k, basic twin drive, 1 crit. Has active Vanguard limit break 4, where you Soul Blast 3. You should know the effect of this monster, but if not, you Soul Blast 3. You Counter Blast 3, and you discard a copy of Transcendent Dragon, Dragonic, Nouvelle, Vague from your hand, and then you retire. And by that effect, when you pay that cost, now you retire all your opponent's rear guards. So your opponent will be stuck with only his Vanguard after you activate that full power. And that's considered a Persona Blast when you discard a copy of itself from your hand as part of the cost of the effect. That's a Persona Blast as is known. And then it has a Vanguard continuous effect. During your turn, all your opponent's trigger effects are nullified. Stuff like heal triggers and stuff like that. Continuous Vanguard effect. Second one is during the battle that this unit attacks a Vanguard, your opponent cannot call grade 0 units from their hand to the guard circle, so they can't guard with their stand triggers, heal triggers, stuff like that. They have to use perfect guards. anything of that nature, even interceptors to block, which is a really good effect. And then of course, third continuous rear guard effect is this unit gets negative 1k. So obviously you rather have it as a Vanguard, not as a rear guard. And then it has this final thing, which is it has the Lord. If there's anything that's not Kagero on your side of the field, he cannot attack. Right? Obviously. He's a Lord of power. And, this is my Nouvelle, Vague, Kagero deck profile.